What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hoop Jogging back with another video. Before I get into the content, if you would take a second to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, please. All right, let's get it. Listen, man, hey, unless you've been hiding under a rock, we're going to address the elephant in the room. That is Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur. You do not want to miss this one. Let's get into it.
I think it's disgusting. I don't understand what the heck's going on with this. Fifth player on my board. It's never happened before in 47 years where a player that high has dropped this far into the fourth round. A quarterback that's sitting there in round four with other quarterbacks being taken who aren't as good as Shedeur, aren't even close, in my opinion, in terms of accuracy, toughness. Arm strength is certainly more than good enough. I don't see, outside of not being have the rocket arm and the 4.6 speed and the big frame, the 6'3", 230-pound frame, what is he lacking? Somebody's going to have to explain that one to me. Fourth round, Kirk Cousins went. Fourth round, Dak Prescott went. Worked out pretty good for them. It's just that Shedeur was projected a lot higher than they were. That's why we're having this discussion.
I mean, what can I say? Mel Kiper said it best. Had him top 5 on his draft board. Got drafted at, the 144th pick in the 5th round. And listen, man, is Mel Kiper the end-all, be-all of any draft board? No, but it's damn close. It's damn close. The standard of deviation is so wide, it don't even make no sense, right? So as we, and one thing I want to say too, let me back up for a second. I know there's a lot of hot takes out there, but you're talking to someone who, one thing I practiced over is authenticity. I've been covering Shedeur Sanders for 4 years. Don't trust my lying mouth. Check these. Check that one. I've been covering him for a long time. So I've seen from his very first prognostications being a 4th to 5th rounder, well, 4th to 7th rounder, actually, was his first, measurable, at being a 4-star recruit, coming out of Trinity Christian out there in South Dallas, into where he is now. I've seen him through 2 SWAC championships, right? I've seen him in Colorado setting new records, getting his number retired at Colorado. I saw all this. So when people come in, I get it, man. It's a lot of fodder. It's a lot of things. And some warranted, some not so much. But overall, the sentiment is pretty crisp. There's no way this should be, this should have befallen this kid. But there's hope. There's hope. Shedeur Sanders can actually win the starting job quicker than you think. And let me walk you down why.
And for a franchise that has been a revolving door for quarterbacks.
Obviously, Shedeur has kind of grown up in the spotlight. But, our expectation is for him to come in here and work and compete. Nothing's been promised. Nothing will be given. So, I may, hesitate to characterize it as a blockbuster. That's not necessarily how we thought of the transaction. But we are excited to work with him.
You goddamn right, it's a blockbuster situation. What are we talking about here? We're talking about the same Cleveland Browns, like she's alluded to. It's been a revolving door. Quarterbacks since been pimping. I'm 41 years old. All my recollection of the Cleveland Browns has been going through quarterbacks like J-Lo go through wedding rings. I love this meme. It shows all these quarterbacks from 20 years ago, and it's a jersey, and they keep filling the names in. This is who y'all are. The Cleveland Browns speakers, it's like y'all got this thing figured out. Somebody remind me if I'm tripping. Do you not have a Deshaun Watson who won't be available till like half the season, who got $200 million of money tied up in a dead contract? Oh, you not the same Cleveland Browns with a starting quarterback who was 135 years old. Like, shout out to Coming to America with Joe Flacco. Oh, excuse me. Like, have you met you? Y'all in a very destitute situation from a quarterback standpoint. So yeah, Shedeur's blockbuster. And I'll go a step further. You better thank your lucky stars that y'all swallowed your pride and you took him in the 5th round because he's too good for you. But let me walk it down slow. So as we talked about, Joe Flacco will be the starting quarterback week 1, barring injury or what have you. And then Deshaun Watson, who would ideally be your starting quarterback, he's hurt and he has his issues. He has his dead money. And from what people are saying, he won't be around by the time they can cut him, right? So then you go down to Kenny Pickett. Yeah, next. And then you go to Dillon Gabriel, who they drafted in the 3rd round. He's like 5'9", left-handed thrower, who they said would be a career backup that you drafted in the third round. That's weird, but whatever. So then you have Shedeur after that. So here's how I see this. Shedeur, all he has to do is to go into rookie camp and do well, and then go to OTAs and do well, and slowly chip away at the daunting task, because we've seen Russell Wilson do this. Now forget the year, I want to say 2010, 2011, y'all correct me in the chat. But we've seen this happen already. He beat out Tavares Jackson, and I forget who the starting quarterback was. I forget his name, but he beat out two guys, and Russell Wilson never looked back, being a third-round pick out of Wisconsin, I believe. So this is not an impossible task. So for those who feel bad for Shedeur, I don't blame you. Because you look at Shedeur's jersey sales, sales for that matter, they're top 5. People love this kid. So yeah, he blockbuster, homie. Just like the video store that don't exist no more. Of course he's blockbuster. So all I'm saying to everybody who feel the type of way about the NFL, who feel bad for Shedeur, I'm just saying tap brakes, tranquilo. This task is not as hard as it seems, being number 5 in the depth chart. It's not that daunting of a task because we've seen this happen before. So let's go through the list. Let's start with a guy you may have heard of called Tom Brady. Drafted in the 6th round, 6 rings with most, you be the major majority in the room to say he is the undisputed GOAT with 6 championships. He was drafted in the 6th round, right? Let's talk about Brock Purdy, the current starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, drafted as Mr. Irrelevant, meaning in the 7th round, the last pick in the draft, took over within a year to be the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's talk about Dakota Rain Prescott, a.k.a. Dak. Dak's the starting quarterback, drafted in the 4th round of Mississippi State. Day 1 starter for the Cowboys, taking over for Tony Romo. And he's been a franchise top 10 quarterback for about a decade now, right? And speaking of Tony Romo, we talking about a guy who was undrafted, period. Come out of Eastern Michigan, I believe. Eastern Michigan, I believe. Y'all correct. Eastern Illinois, sorry. Eastern Illinois. 4-time Pro Bowler and the leading Cowboys passer of all time. So listen, there's precedence. So everybody, I get it, you're incensed. I get it. It's fight the power. Because if we're being honest, and there are reports out now that some owners told some of the GMs that do not draft this kid. And we saw it play out. We all watched the same thing. So I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence. But all I'm saying is, okay, the cards fell where they fell. Now it's time for Shedeur to prove what his dad groomed him to be all these years. Of what I've seen him to be all these years, I got the utmost confidence in Shedeur, like he has in himself. So all I'm saying is right now, things may seem a little destitute. Right now, things may seem to be a little unfair. Give it time. Give it time. Shedeur is going to prove to be what he's always proven, and that braggadocious bravado that kind of scared people, because reports said that when he came into interviews, he made people feel small. Listen, with time, all that dissipates. People only remember the good, and Shedeur Sanders will be just fine. Hoop Jargon told you first.